There are a number of differences between myself and my opponent in the June 9th mayoral runoff election, Dawn Zimmer, that I think are relevant to the question before the voters in this election. When you look at the voting record in the 2 years that Dawn Zimmer and I have been on the council together, and you look at where we have diverged, I think it's another indication of the kind of government that each of us would lead and the kind of expectations that the public could have from us. But also I think it speaks to our qualifications to be mayor when people are looking at that ballot and deciding who's ready to be the mayor. A number of big decisions that we've had to vote on and we've come down on opposite sides on. One is on Southwest redevelopment. 2 years ago we had an opportunity to vote on Southwest redevelopment that would have resulted in a 4 to 6 acre park at grade, contiguous, at no cost to the taxpayer and open to the public in exchange for development around the perimeter of that park. That was something that I was in favor of. Dawn Zimmer was against it, and today we have no open space down there in the southwest corner of town, and Dawn Zimmer is not proposing any alternate way of going about doing that. We have the so-called SW6 plan, which I am fully in favor of. We should try and accomplish that plan. Dawn Zimmer seems to have been led away from supporting that plan. Another big vote that she and I diverged on was the sale of the Municipal Works Garage. The Municipal Works Garage on Observer Highway was sold in order to plug a budget gap, which I'm completely opposed to. Not only was it sold to plug a budget gap, but it was sold to the lowest bidder, and a tax abatement was attached to that property. Dawn Zimmer voted in favor of that. I voted against it. I thought it was wrong to sell a city asset to plug a budget gap to the lowest bidder, and then to attach a pilot or tax abatement to the property, which is going to have no affordable housing in it. It's going to be strictly market and luxury rate housing. I think it's wrong to have granted a tax abatement to that property. It was wrong to have sold it to the lowest bidder. That's the taxpayer's property, and they didn't get the best value for their dollar. Another vote, obviously, where we differed was on last year's budget. Last year we had an opportunity to pass a budget with a 7% tax increase and avoid a state takeover. That's what I argued in favor of, and that's what I voted in favor of. Dawn Zimmer voted that budget down and against the budget, which resulted in a state takeover and a 47% tax increase. We've also differed on Pier C, which is the new park that's being built just outside 333 River Street in the Hudson River. I voted yes for Pier C. Dawn Zimmer voted no, against Pier C. On the continuation of the waterfront walkway and the federal financing that Hoboken was able to procure to complete the waterfront walkway, I voted yes. Dawn Zimmer voted no. So whether you're talking about development, whether you're talking about open space, whether you're talking about the budget, there's a clear distinction there in our records, and I would submit that mine is the more reasonable record, the one that is looking out for the taxpayer, looking out for the citizens of Hoboken.
My name is Peter Cammarano, and I'm running for mayor of Hoboken. I am ready to lower taxes and deliver real change. Together, on June 9th, let's move Hoboken forward.